Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thank you all for being part of it. If you want to go to the website that's scrolling up the screen, there's t-shirts, stickers, and a donation, if possible, always helps out. Today, it is part 2. Hopefully, there's only 2 parts to this. We'll know by the time I'm done today. With the custom seat installation to sit you back lower and back further. So let's go ahead and get on it. It's always fun. No, it's not. All right, as you can see, I have everything laid out and ready. That's the most important thing. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put the assembly together here, not attached to the seat yet, to see where I need to drill the holes for the brackets. So let's do that first. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put these back on the universal tracks. And I'll show you a bunch of stuff with adjustments with these. I have the wrong one on the wrong side. I did. Let's put this in first. This is going to be nice because it is very, very adjustable in so many different ways, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let me get this set up first, because we got to mark where the holes are. Get them drilled. Okay, give me a second here. I hate to edit stuff out and speed up sometimes because some of it don't make sense then to the viewer. Oh, is that a 13? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's spin these on real quick. I'm going to try to make sure these are slotted, that we got them almost a little bit centered, just temporarily. Okay, let's center this one. All right. Whoops. Move too quick. All right, center this one. All right. Now, we are going to turn that over. Then your seat would sit on there and, of course, you know, move. Now, we're going to take our brackets. And like I said, I really like these brackets. These will bolt to the floor. Everything will make sense because you can see all the holes to adjust the seat up and down to where it fits you. Or there's holes or offset where you can tilt the seat frontwards or backwards. So these are pretty cool. We got some hole drilling to do though. So this is going to go like this. Now I'm going to use, let me get in your way a minute here. I'm going to use vice grips instead of these because I need them to really hold in place so I can mark the holes. So for right now, I'll do that. Make sure that they're even front and back. No, they weren't. Now, you want the same amount of gap here, front and back. So we're going to move these right to there and turn it this way because we're going to have to mark our holes to drill through there to bolt them. It'll all make sense when I'm doing it. Okay, the other side. I know this probably looks a little weird right now, but once it all comes together, it's going to make a lot of sense. And I forgot the vice grip. So I'm just kind of, I know I'm going to have to move them, but for right now, I'm just snapping them into a position. There we go. Just to see where they'll need to be. Okay. And right there. Come on. Whoop, almost. Because I can't have these moving. Now, if you have a welder and you're good at it, once you get them in position, you can run a weld around here. But I'm not that experienced with that welder yet, so I'm going to go ahead and drill holes, and I bought grade 8 bolts and nuts. So let's go over to the car and see what we got going on here. Okay, so what we have here is everything kind of held together. Whoops, I got it backwards. There we go. Now, what I'm looking for here is to set this up and mark my holes so I can drill them. So these will have to be angled. Your seat bolts right to this. So once I get the holes drilled and this bracket bolted to this, then we're going places. It'll make sense when you see it in the end. Okay, that one needs to come in a hair. And this one can actually slide over a little wee bit because you want them on the flush part of the floor so that you can go ahead and run the bolts right through. Okay, this one here, that, and that one up there is pretty good. Okay, now that ain't the part that slides, obviously, but that's going to go ahead and give us that area to bolt to that's flat. About right here. Okay, I think that might be right, because what I'm going to have to do if this is right is then flip it over and mark my holes. So we'll go ahead and leave it at that position right now, and that should be fine. There's a little bit of seam seal there. Some things are just really awkward to film. That's normal. You're getting the idea of what I'm doing. Just be patient. I'm trying to figure out if it's going to slide up far enough. So I think that might be good there. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to leave these on here for right now. What I'm talking about with adjustments is once your seat's on there, you can move the seat left or right. These are slotted, so that's awesome. I like this extra adjustment where you can slide the seat towards the passenger side or driver's side if need be, which you often don't see things like that, so I think it's really convenient. And then we can move, I hope this is in camera view, the seats up or down to where they fit best, so when you're sitting in it, you're exactly where you want to be. These are the measurements for the bolt hole setups. That way you can either go 3 1/4 up or down to 2 1/4 inches, and also tilt the seat forward or rearward, whatever most comfortable. Very, very nice setup. So, and then of course the seat reclines back. So let's turn these over. Okay, now what I'm going to do is mark a position so that I can drill holes and mount these right to these brackets. And remember, when I'm all done and said and mocked up, then I'm going to spray these all black so they look good. So what I'm going to do right now is realize that this marker's out of ink. Are you kidding me? Give me 1 second. Try this one. There we go. Okay, so there's that one and that one. We want to mark these just in case they would move slightly. Okay, and I want to, let me move this one a hair. Make it a little tighter. We do not want these moving while we're drilling. There we go. Okay. Let me move this back a hair. want to make sure these holes go right where I want them to. There. Okay. All right, let me get something. I guess we can put them right here. Okay, here and here. Here, you might not be able to see what I'm doing there. And here. I want to get a center punch so the drill bit don't run around. Okay, so let me take a center punch so that the drill bit don't start running around on me. There we go. There. All right, let me get the drill here. I need to move this a little more. There we go. And I got grade 8 bolts that are going to come through there with lock nuts. Okay, give me a second. Hopefully this drill's through here. Hold your ears. I'll speed it up. Okay, I don't think that these are, I think these are too big for the hole. Okay, because I started out smaller because it seems to be easier to do for some reason. So, center punch. Okay, that keeps your drill bit from running around. All right, let's do our next hole. Always center punch first. Oh, get in there. There we go. Okay. All right, now I'm going to just speed the film up for a minute while I punch the other two out, so sit tight. So we got our 4 holes drilled. Okay, now I got to go just a little bigger. Sometimes it's easier to start out smaller so our bolts will fit. Once you see this all coming together and then it's painted, you're going to be excited. I think I'm really excited because this is so adjustable, and taller guys, you know, can sit back further and as low as you would like. Kind of like being a lowrider. Okay. So we got our 4 holes drilled out. Let me reposition the camera. So we're going to go ahead and put our grade 8 bolts and washers and blah blah. And then we'll be able to move all these vice grips off of here. But I did that for a reason. Let me grab my washers. When you see the outcome of this, I said Yins, you're like, whoop, he's from Pittsburgh. You're definitely going to like this when it's all done. Trust me, you will. Okay, so let me put a washer up top here. Okay. Oh, crap, I forgot lock washers. Give me a second. Okay, so we're going to go like this. And flat washer there. That one's too big. I thought I had everything ready. All right, hit the pause button. Flat washer, so the bolt don't pull through. These are grade 8. Everything's grade 8. You do this at your own chance. I'm just showing you how it works. Okay, there's one. And now I'm going to speed the film up so that you're not bored. Give me 1 second. I'll speed it up while we're putting all the bolts in. We have our bolts in place, which is awesome. It wasn't so bad. So let's flip this over. That's how it's going to bolt up to the seat. And then we have everything ready. What we're going to do now, I guess I'm going to pop these off and bolt them to the seats so that I can get those done. And then we'll be able to lay them down on here. So, there's no right or wrong way of doing this setup. Now, there's a reason that I'm going to take these black pieces off, the adjusters, and bolt them to the seat first, okay? Because I want to set the seat on here, set it in place before I drill the holes in the floor to see if it's up far enough or back far enough, if that makes sense. And then we can adjust for the height. So let's go ahead and do that next. So let's take our seat tracks back off. There's a reason I'm doing all this in a certain order. Also, after you drill, get all your metal shavings off of here. You don't want to rip your seat up. Oop. Okay, be right back in a second. Okay, and as you see here, here's your threaded holes. Once this seat's set in place, I'm going to use a hairdryer, not a heat gun, to heat this up, and it'll fall flat. They were just curled up from sitting in the boxes. So, first things first, let's line one up. And these do have lock washers on them. These came with the slidable tracks. Come on, get on there. I think there's paint in the threads, of course. Let me see here a minute. Oop. Okay, I don't want to tighten it all the way yet. I don't know if I can slide this down. Let me see, a little tighter. Okay. So I need to figure out how. There we go. I was doing it butt backwards. And here's your other little bolt right there. You see something here. Okay, this seems like it's offset. I might have to file the hole a little, and I'm in your way anyhow. This hole needs filed a little wee bit. It's not down far enough. So let me do that. I'll be right back. All right, so I took a drill bit and slotted this a little. No big deal. Stuff happens. Okay, let's get our bolt started in there. Okay. Oh, here, I'll put this on the speed gun, make it go a little bit quicker. Ow. All kind of metal shavings. Okay, let's slide this up. All right. So, I got to blow this off with air. There's all kind of shavings in there from me doing everything. So that's the one side. There's our bottom bracket. Let's get a bolt started here. Okay. I got to run it in a little so it slides. So it's not in the way. Okay. And that one's fine. Okay, so sorry, I got a piece of metal in my hand. Of course, we'll leave it in there till later. Come on, get in there. Was everything a game? Oh, I think there's paint in the threads. Let me try it without a minute. I'm having to chase the threads in this. I'm not happy about that. I paid a lot of money for these seats, but I get it. I know things can happen, but I'm chasing the threads. 8 by 1.25. It's okay, it happens. I can complain, I'm allowed. 1 out of 4. What are you gonna do? Let's see now if this goes right in. Hopefully it does, and it does. I shouldn't have to do that, but I had to. Okay, let's resume. Okay, let me slide this up. Lock this one in. All right, I complained. I feel better though. Okay, I got to tie these together. Okay, I'm not sure which hole to put these on, but it's going to go on one of these and then over to there. So let's try this one first. Come on, get in there. Let me see something. Is it pulling out far enough? Okay, I'm going to have to shorten it up a little bit. I think that's it. We're going to pull this up through a little bit more. Let me see. Yes. It's pulling out there, and it's pulling out there. Okay. I'm going to squeeze that together, and I'll do it a little better later, you'll see. Okay, there. You want to make sure it's clearing. There. Ha ha. Pretty snazzy. So now we got to take our bracket. Hopefully there's no shenanigans with this now. Oh, come on. Let me step around here because something seems weird here. Let me see. All right, that one started. Let me get down the bottom here. Okay, that one started. Oh, what a pain in the butt. Come on. There we go. There. Okay, let me go around the other side. Okay, let's tighten them up. Down the bottom. Hopefully this sits where it's supposed to in the car. We'll find out right now. Here I come. It's a little heavy once it's all together. No heavier than a stock seat though. So, okay. Now I gotta see where I want to have it adjusted at. This is the point where you got to know where you're going to drill your holes. Okay, so Can you see down there? So hopefully you see what's going on. Looks pretty good. That's sitting flush. Okay, I gotta see where it's comfortable to where it's back far but up close. Let me maneuver the camera around. I'm gonna show you something. I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's going on. And yes, there was a plastic cover for that. You won't see that spring. Okay, now, one thing I've noticed so far is the seat is sitting really level. If I want it positioned back a little, then all I gotta do, this is in the way, is adjust the bolts on the brackets. Okay, and then we'll see how high it is. Seems like it's a little high for my liking. I'll find out in a second. Do you see how we are sitting now? Isn't that nice? Then we just mark our holes and drill them. So give me 1 second here. Here I come. Now, these are not bolted down yet, so hold on. Ooh, these are nice. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I really like these a lot. Now they're not bolted down. We're not finished yet. Give me a hard time. Okay. So you can see it's still tilting. Okay, I got an inch there I can go down. And I have a couple inches here I can go down. I think that, honestly, I believe I nailed it. I don't know if I want to go any lower, although I'd like to. I mean, I got all kind of headroom. It's a Beetle. Top looks like an Easter egg. I just give me a moment because I'm trying to see. Where's the grab handle? Okay, I can move it clear up. Yeah, that feels like a regular Beetle. Okay, I'm just because of Heather. She's going to be driving chaos too, so I brought Heather up real quick because I don't have my wireless microphone with me. I apologize, to see if this is where it needs to be. So that's all the way back. Go ahead and move it up the whole way, hon. Let's see if it is up enough for you. Is that good?
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness.
It works.
Is it comfortable?
Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, slide it back. So that's perfect. That's back all the way. I only have 2 bolts in the front. I was testing it out. So all the way up, though, you can hit the pedal and everything with no problem.
No problem.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Although it's kind of low.
Do you think it's low?
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, no. Let me see something here. Hold that shut with one arm. Does it seem too low for you?
Kind of.
Okay. It's adjustable. I can raise it up. That's not a problem.
I mean, if I want to see the... Well...
Yeah, I kind of made it low because I like sitting low. So, too low for you. I can adjust it up a little bit, though.
I can use one of them wedge pillows.
Oh, jeez.
You know how they did back in the day?
Okay.
Wait, let me move it up again. Let me see here. Or if I went like this. I think it would be fine.
You think so? I can move it up a little if not. It's fine.
If I had a wedge pillow, I think it would work.
I'm trying to keep it low. I love sitting really low. So, okay. Wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That definitely, she should be able to reach. I would think so. Yeah. And then me. Oh, yeah. That's the clutch to the floor. My legs are stretched straight out. I love it. Oh, yes. I'm not done yet, so don't go anywhere. I got to show you how to bolt these down and what I'm going to use for bolts and washers on the other side. You'll see. But the only thing I may do, I may drop it a little bit lower. I like to sit down. It's just who I am. But for right now, let's get it bolted down and I can do the adjustments for up and down. I'm really happy with this. Yes, yes, yes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm very happy with where the seat is. It'll move up far enough, but look how far back it moves. Ooh, nice leg room. I'm really happy, as I'm 6'3" as a reference. No, I'm not a giant, but I'm on the taller side. So, and like I said, I'll use a hair dryer and warm these up. That was from being in the box, and these will pull down, and there's a cover that snaps over this, but that's the least of my concern right now. As you can see, what I said before, the front of the brackets, I still have room to drop the seat down. See them slots right here? I can slide it up, and the seat will drop down further. So there's probably about 1.5 inches there. I might take advantage of that. Or on the sides, brackets there, I can drop the seat down further. I might go down a little further, but I can do that in the end. It's not a big deal. I like to sit low. So let's mark our holes first. So what I did, just to show you, because it was awkward to hold the camera, what I did here is used a Sharpie and I put my markings on here, because you want it on the threshold, the strong part. You don't want it down inside here. This is hard to show, but I'll show you what I mean once I get the brackets drilled apart before I put them on a seat, so it'll make sense. So we got the seat back out on the workbench, and as you can see what I did, I marked holes. And obviously left side is, you know, the driver's side bracket. There's my hole and there's my hole. R is rear. So I put these brackets back on right. And then of course on the other side, I already had a hole that I knocked in the floor by accident. So I did that. And then of course I marked back here. So let's pop these off real quick and drill the holes. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's pop this side off. Oh, wrong way. There we go. And while this is apart, you in close enough? While this is apart, I have it on its highest position. When I put it back together, I'm going to drop it a notch and see if that's low enough for me. I just like sitting low. Okay. And let's loosen this one. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go over to the bench. Always, always, always take a center punch and punch it, because if not, your drill bit's going to walk all over the place. So let's do that first. There we go. And it don't have to be much. You're just knocking a tiny, tiny little dent for the drill bit to grab. Okay, and stuff's falling all over the place on the bench. All right, now let me find a place to drill so I don't drill through nothing. Now again, these are grade 8 bolts. These came from Summit Racing with the brackets. I'm going to actually drill. Where'd the chuck go? Oh, right in front of me. Okay. I'm going to drill a little smaller than what I need first. Well, one reason is this drill bit's like brand new. So it'll get started in there and give it a nice clean cut. And then I'll go a little bigger. So we got it in the vise. We got our little center punch. Okay. Let's step up a size. That worked. Okay, let me flip it around. Let's get this in here. Boink. Bingo. All right. I'm going to put this one back on this side, and I am going to drop it down. I had it before. Wait a second here. This tile's clean. I had it before like this. I'm going to drop it down one hole. And I can always readjust later. It's fine. All right. We got our little locking nuts. Now remember, once this is all mocked up and done, I'm taking it apart. This will all be painted black. Gloss black And it's going to look really, really nice. You'll get to see it all. Okay, there we go. Let me tighten this up a minute. It's sad, but I have to mock it all up first because you see I'm drilling and everything. If I painted, well, then I'd have a problem. Why is this weird? Oh, you idiot. I thought it looked weird. Happens when you're rushing. There. Okay. That would be the center position. Okay, this side's done. I actually readjusted. I didn't like where I had it set. It's a little bit lower. We'll test it out and see what we like. I'm going to drill the holes in the other side. I'll be right back so you don't have to watch me do the same thing. So I have the brackets bolted back up. I've got my holes. So we're going to set it in place, then mark the holes on the floor and drill those next. You're going to like this when it's done because then we can do more adjustments. I set the seat in place, and if you recall where I screwed up with the spot weld cutting, you can't see it, but that is the hole. Hard to see, huh? That is the hole that I'm going to start my first bolt in. So we're going to go ahead now, and we are going to take a Sharpie. We're going to mark those holes, move the seat out of the way, draw our 4 holes, and I'm going to show you what I use instead of washers. Now, I couldn't use my black Sharpie. I couldn't see the markings. Now, remember that hole? I'm going to use it. And I used whiteout to drill my holes. I found it on Heather's desk. She won't want it back now. It's dirty. Okay, let me drill these 4 holes real quick, and then we're going to go over a few things with the way I'm bolting it in. I drilled my 4 holes, as you can see. Now remember, this seat is coming back out, so I can paint the brackets all black. Then I'm going to hit this with some rust bullet, then continue my sound deadener, and then bolt the seat in as a finished product. Okay, give me 1 second. Do you recognize these? They're the same thing that is on your heater channel, okay, holding the body down. I had extras. You can buy these, okay? That's what I'm going to use, and I'll use a lock washer also, but I'm temporarily doing it to make sure everything's okay because I have to pull it and, of course, go ahead and paint all the brackets. So let me get this affixed here. Is that a word? Okay. I like stuff straight, so. All right. Now, that's going to end up tightened up with a lock washer. Let me bring you close to it. Just like that. Look similar? Apparently that's going to be pretty strong. I might get bolts that are a little longer because obviously I still have room to tighten them down, but see that? I don't like that. I'm going to go get bolts about 1 inch longer so that I can use lock washers and flat washers. See, there's the other bolt. So I'm not going to bolt all 4 down, but I was showing you what I was doing. So what do you think of that? And it'll hold it nice and secure. I like it. I like it. I like it. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, let me move this back. I don't have the bolts tightened down. There we go. Oh, I have the back too high. There we go. Now see, that was a little better. I have it sitting a little bit lower. I think I'm going to drop it 1 more notch. Believe it or not, I just feel like I need to sit low. But although I am sitting pretty low, I can push my legs straight out to push the clutch to the floor. But if somebody shorter, like Heather drives the car, well, you see there, that's probably It's probably about as far back as a stock seat would move. But I like this. Goes way back. Is it going to hit the back seat? Probably barely, but I may not put a back seat in. So, but this is great. And if you've seen, I'm going to go over a few things in a few seconds and then I'll let you go, because I got to pull this back out, paint the brackets, and I'll show that in a couple of weeks with the brackets painted, although I know you're not stupid, you know what that would look like. But these are very comfortable. I like these Procar Scats. They lean back if you're at the drive-in. Do they have drive-in theaters anymore? Okay, but I didn't bolt everything down because I'd had to take it apart. But you see what I did with those factory style washers for the heat channels. So like I said, do this at your own risk. This is for entertainment purposes, but it's the way I do it. So I really like it. I just popped the door panel on real quick to kind of half complete. They're comfortable. I really like them. They need broke in a little bit, but they're very, very comfortable. So let's go over a couple important things of what I'm doing right now. And I really have a question because I'm trying to make a decision on these door panels, and I'll explain why. So let me get the camera. So as you can see, I still can go down 2 more notches, okay, which is probably about 2 inches. And let's lift up the little skirt here. I can still drop down, 1 more bolt hole, which is about 1 inch. So I can still go down 3 inches with no problem if I want to go lower. So we'll see. I'll figure it out, but make sure that you put something strong underneath so the bolts don't pull through. If you're after that low back bucket look, these are yours. I love these. I think they're comfortable, they're nice. And of course, the brackets that I use, I made it pretty adjustable. Left to right, up, down, tilt, forward, back, you got it, and they recline. So gives it that old school look anyhow. So I'm trying to debate on something else, and I'll be doing that relatively soon while I'm tackling the body work. Leave them stock, or should I go ahead and recover them and pleat them like a diamond tuck with some cushion to them? Obviously, this is not a Beetle door panel, but this is the look I'm after, possibly. Let me know in the comments what you think. I can show a DIY on this, and I've done it before, and it really got that old school cool look. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know if y'all made it this far in the video anyhow. Hopefully some of you have. I would like to go ahead and diamond tuck is what I would do. And I'll still have my pocket, but I was going to diamond tuck, cushiony, pleated. Let me know what you think. I'll do a really nice DIY on it, but let me know. I really want your thoughts on this, because if not, then I'm going to leave them factory. But love the seats. I got to pop them all back apart to paint the brackets, but it's okay. It's worth doing it the proper way. I'm really excited about these seats, sitting low and back further. So come here, let's close out. So I'll do the other side, of course, another day. There's no point in you watching me do both sides and do the same thing. So that is your seat installation with custom brackets. Yes, I did fabricate the lower brackets that go to the floor, okay? Be safe. This is for entertainment purposes. Do welding work. Do whatever you think that you need to make it strong. Don't go by me. I'm not some professional fabricator, okay? I want to thank everybody, if you made it this far, for sending in the self-interviews of your Volkswagen air-cooleds. So please keep doing it. I'll keep putting one up every Tuesday. I'm sorry, every Friday. Tuesdays is DIY, Fridays is members interviews. I just interviewed somebody today myself that showed up at my house. Really great guy. His name was Adam. And I have another Adam sitting on a computer that I got to edit. And there's 2 more people in my email asking me what they need to do. So far we got about a month's worth of interviews. Please get a hold of me at the email you see, and let's do some interviews. I'm going to try to get a hold of Uncle Bon and have him do one with his Herbie. Him and I are really close friends, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. He's in California, I'm in Pennsylvania, but we can get it worked out. So Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you very, very much. And everybody, have a really great rest of your week. And I'll see you next week.